Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Look at that one Bitcoin. Today is August the 9th, 2018. Strong hand. Offended by selling. Personal responsibility is the new counterculture. Bitcoin. This game is not rigged. Okay, guys, you're here for your source for 20% Bitcoiner knowledge. You're here. You're a 20%er. This is where the big boys play, as we say. Bitcoin and this channel, it all starts with one Bitcoin. So get that first Bitcoin, then your second, third, etc., etc. All right. And be in motion. Like I've been in motion. You can tell I've been in motion a lot today. I flew from Boise to Phoenix to Los Angeles. So I've only been in LA for a little bit, but I'm in LA. Hey, everyone. We'll have the event on Saturday downtown. That's linked to below. Boise was really great. Thanks a lot, guys. That was a great time. You can follow me on Twitter at TechBalt, TechBalt, Twitter, and Trezor and shirts and all that affiliate links. That's below if you're into that kind of thing. Toward the Meester tweets out this. Bcash has a $10 billion market cap, yet recently had a critical bug that allowed a specially crafted transaction to split the Bcash blockchain into two incompatible chains, making safe transactions impossible. And so a guy named, I believe, Corey Fields disclosed this major problem to the Bcash people. Responsible disclosure in the era of cryptocurrencies. My experience disclosing a critical Bcash vulnerability. And both that tweet that Tor tweeted out and Corey's article are below. And I mean, first of all, it is a little that these altcoins can have such tremendous vulnerabilities. It's freaky. It again shows you why there's only one Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is the rock. Because this was a major vulnerability. But this guy Corey, he's a Bitcoin fan, and he went through all the proper disclosure mechanisms, used the proper, and he told the Bcash people, and he helped them, and he made sure that this problem didn't wreck Bcash. And it shows that, the guy has some principle, and that there are people in cryptocurrency that have principles, and that it's not like a bloody cutthroat killer war all the time. And what we see a lot, with all these ICOs and all these scammers out there, this is the wild, wild west, and there are some bad dudes out there, but there's some good people that stand for something out there too. So some of you still might be saying, well, why did he help Bcash? Well, but besides being an honest guy, look at it this way too. How about if this would have happened, if Bcash would have had a major problem? This vulnerability would have been, someone would have acted upon it. And the price, all of a sudden, the mainstream media would be saying Bitcoin crashed. There would be major confusion. Even if this was not even named Bcash, even if it was like it happened to Litecoin, still the mainstream media would be, it would have caused a huge panic. Many weak-handed people would have lost their Bitcoin because they'd see the price go down by $2,000 or something. Possibly, it's possible, or by a lot. I shouldn't say $2,000 because there was a Bcash problem, but you don't know what the way it could have been spun by the speculators, by the media. A major cryptocurrency closely related to Bitcoin has crashed, has fallen apart. This shows how worthless cryptocurrencies are. And again, in the long run, Bitcoin does not care. Bitcoin would have been totally fine. But we've seen how the market reacts, how the mainstream media reacts, and how this creates insane fiat price moves downward. And again, we understand on this channel that one Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin, and that the fiat price doesn't matter. But many people don't. Many people have weak hands. It would not have been good for Bitcoin. I mean, I can honestly say, even though I believe one Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin, that if Bcash would have just blown up, it wouldn't have been good. No, it wouldn't have been fun. I wouldn't have been celebrating or anything, because there'd be problems for Bitcoin too. Not real, but marketing type of problems, media type of problems. So so again, think big picture here and think long term. Anyway, if you think long term, Bitcoin is fine no matter what happens. If Bcash totally implodes tomorrow, Bitcoin will be fine. All right. Thank you very much, Johnny NY, for the $11.11 in the super chat. Courtesies from the Church of BTC Power. Curtsies. Well, thank you. Your Church of BTC Power. Maybe some. I'm Jewish. I can't explore your church, but maybe some people out there would like to learn about your Church of BTC Power. Pound that like button, everyone. All right. Thank you, Johnny NY. You are a good guy, and it's good to see you back. I saw you in the chat before the show started, and you're doing good things. You're a long-term thinker now, and you're not impulsive. You're not spending like a wild man like so many other people do out there. So, and we'll talk about impulsive stuff in a second. All right, what is this here? So we talk about Corey Fields. Yeah, that's interesting. Check out disruptmeister.com if you want to see yesterday's video, all my videos. And again, yes, soon enough, my talk in Boise will be up there. It was a really fun time. I mean, we stayed out at Buffalo Wild Wings till midnight or something like that. Of course, I did not eat at Buffalo, but there were some great people, including a lady, a longtime female viewer of this show, showed up. It was great to meet her in person. She is a person who is in motion. She stays physically fit. She's a great person and a big fan, and it was great to meet her. And I wish her luck with her family and everything. She's a very nice person. And take care of Boise. Everyone out there, take care of Boise. You're all awesome. All right. And I met new people too. Oh man, people are in motion. They could be a tech hub any city can be the Bitcoin hub of the world if they want to be. You just have to take the steps to do it. You got to be in motion as a city too. Okay, so Andy Hoffman sends me this tweet here. I'm tired and I'm not looking for new news, but there Andy's on the ball down in Colorado, or out east in Colorado, because I'm now in Los Angeles. I'm right near that Paramount Studio or something like that. I'm near the famous graveyard on Santa Monica, but I'm south of there. I'm telling you where I am. You won't be able to find me. Maybe you'll see me running if you're in this part of town. It's in Hollywood. It's Hollywood. I'll have a story in a second, but the cover of this video, I'm going to make me posing, taking my picture near the Dean Martin star. I just saw it. It was on Vine. I was like, it's not on Hollywood Boulevard. There are all these stars that are on Vine also. And so Dean Martin was on there. Michael Jackson was actually on Vine. All these people you never heard of, and people. Okay, this has nothing to do with Bitcoin. All right, so big money entering the crypto space now. Andy Hoffman says on his Steemit, and he's excited because there has been some news that just came out about Overstock.com, and I'm going to read what he had to say, and you can make your own judgment here. I had to put this article out to spread as rapidly as possible the massively Bitcoin bullish news released after the closing Wall Street bell this afternoon, i.e. when Overstock.com, led by its early adopter CEO, Patrick Byrne, was he in that sounds like that dude that was in that band. What's Patrick Byrne? Anyway, who in many ways, the Talking Heads, is Patrick, no, is that the same Patrick Byrne? What's the name of the guy in the Talking Heads? Okay, who in many ways has done as much for Bitcoin as anyone in the mainstream, announced it had reached a $375 million investment from a Hong Kong-based private equity firm. There's your big money. valuing its fledgling blockchain subsidiary at a whopping $1.5 billion, i.e. 1.5% of the entire Bitcoin market cap and 1.5% of the entire altcoin market cap too. Now, you know me, I try not to get too excited when we have one company makes a big move like that. And again, this is a very large private Hong Kong-based equity firm getting involved with a subsidiary of Overstock and thus valuing its blockchain aspect at quite a large sum. So I mean, it means something. It's a step in the right direction. It is real news. So let's see where we go with that. Again, I don't like to blow the things like this. They were going to happen, and they're going to keep on happening. Just like eventually the ETF will be approved. But Andy just wanted to remind everyone that, you know, people are saying ETF is delayed. That's bad. That, you know, good things are happening. All right. So what else do we have here? A Twitter. Oh, this is funny. This guy, Dennis X Zentag, said he retweeted something from July the 15th, 2011. This is an actual tweet. Well, Bitcoin has stabilized at almost exactly $14 per coin. I'm tired of waiting for a jump, so I'm taking the loss and getting my cash back. Okay, that guy seems pretty ridiculous now. But put it in perspective for all of you people who are like, oh, it's gone down so much, I should just take the loss now and get some of my cash back. Value your wealth in Bitcoin. That dude was impulsive. That dude was not valuing his wealth in Bitcoin. That dude was definitely not a long-term thinker back in 2011. And that was July the 15th, 2011. And then all of a sudden, it like triggered my brain. And I was like, is that when the Baltimore City earthquake happened? But I Googled it, and the Baltimore City earthquake happened in August of 2011. And yet we had an earthquake in Baltimore City. It was such a shocker. I mean, my old house, which I no longer, I thought the house was falling down. It sounded like the sky. At first, I thought some ghetto dude was like taking a bat and like trying to rip down my metal fire escape and was like succeeding in doing it. But it was just an earthquake on the East Coast. Let's not have any earthquakes here when I'm here. Just like, as you guys might remember, when I was in Taiwan, there were 3 earthquakes in 4 days, and that was at the beginning of the year. Let's not talk about earthquakes. Okay, so what is monetary mayhem? What's he say? Oh, it's linked to below, this monetary mayhem guy. He's got a Bitcoin maximalist Pac-Man cartoon. It's pretty funny, so check it out. What's this? Oh, Coinbase has set out a press release, some news. I linked to it below. Buy and sell immediately and higher daily limits, increasing daily limits to $25,000. Whoa. All right, guys. I remember the days when they were about to expand it to $10,000. So if that's the way you buy your Bitcoin and you got $25,000, buy some Bitcoin. Okay. This is not financial advice. All right. This Week in Bitcoin is tomorrow, Friday. It will be 2 p.m. New York City time, 11 a.m. 11 a.m. Los Angeles time. And Blake Anderson is making his comeback. So that's going to be awesome. And we'll have some other guests that you know also that'll be making. He hasn't been around for a while. So that's awesome. So tune in tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern time to this very channel, 11 a.m. Los Angeles time. So that's pretty soon. Yeah. So since, you know, this is about frugality here, people of it. All you people are saying, oh, I have no money. So when I land in LAX and I got to get to Hollywood, I'm not going to get an Uber or a taxi or whatever. I'm going to first see if, you know, no one wants to pick you up from LAX at 5 p.m. First of all, no friends are that good. No, there probably are, but it's if you know LA traffic, that's not fun. So I found the cheapest method, which was getting on this $8 shuttle. All right, I get on the $8 shuttle, and the air conditioning isn't working, which I'm cool with. I mean, I'm only going to pay $8, and you pay it when you get to Hollywood. So then, like in the middle of the trip, he's like, "We're stopping by our headquarters now. This shuttle might break. We're just going to put you on a new shuttle, but none of you are going to have to pay." Yeah. So I was just like, I don't care how long this darn thing takes. I'll be able to do my show eventually. So it was great. I did get a free ride. There you go, baby. So that's $8 more that you guys will be complaining about that you don't have because you went to Starbucks, and I have. But you got to value your wealth in Bitcoin. But in the long run, that all, you know, I got to spend and I'll spend that thing. I'll spend that $8 on whatever, something necessary, another Airbnb in the future. When I go to Santiago, I'll be in Santiago for 2 months, starting in the middle of September. That's just a reminder. Okay, back to Bitcoin. Even though that did have to do with Bitcoin. Remember at the end of the show to click on the squares that appear on the screen. Oh yeah, I'm going to be in Spokane, Washington, starting the 19th. And of course, I'm speaking in Philadelphia on the 18th, and that's linked to below. Oh yeah, so when they dropped me off, obviously, that's when the shuttle drops you off in Hollywood, and it's right basically at Hollywood and Vine, and I got my took my picture, which you'll see on the front of this thing once I prepare it. Yeah, man, Dean Martin, he was an entertainer. That's what people could entertain, right? Yeah. All right, Dean Martin. And yeah, there were the modern entertainers were on those stars too. No, I didn't see the Trump one. The Trump star is on Highland and Hollywood, which is further west than Vine. Yeah, I know the streets around here. You could tell I run these streets, baby. And when I mean I run, I jog. I don't run these streets. I'm not like talking like I'm in Compton. I run these streets. But I have run on the streets of Compton before. There's a video in my archives that you can actually watch, a non-Bitcoin video of me running through Compton like in 2014. No, I really did run through the streets of Compton. They're better than many of the streets that I've run through in Baltimore before. Yeah, Baltimore is that bad. Compton seemed fine to me. All right, so Matt Odell tweets out, Mastodon is an open source Twitter clone that runs on federated servers. Anyone can run a server, and all users can interact across instances. You can even run your own instance if you want. Ricardo Novak created a Bitcoin-specific instance below. Okay, and I linked to that. So for all you people who are like, oh, I hate I want to talk about Bitcoin, but I want to do it on Twitter or on Facebook or on this or on that and the other. Well, here, Novak was in motion. Rodolfo, not Ricardo. Oh, God, I'm got to go to sleep soon. Rodolfo Novak was in motion. He created this thing for all of you to do. You can't complain. I mean, you can complain if you want to, but it's for there's no advertisements. It's for Bitcoin people to talk about Bitcoin. So enjoy it. And here's a tweet linked to below, of course. It shows the Bitcoin price history with reward halving days marked. This is for you people who are interested in why I'm always yelling about the 2020 halving. So check that out. Nick Bhatia has a new article out. I linked to it below. I was going to read it on the plane, but I fell asleep. Although I did have my laptop open with the article open because I opened it before the internet shut down. Those are just tips when you're traveling. Always open as many browsers as you can. Well, as many browser tabs as you can before you get on the plane because the internet doesn't work on the plane. Or you can pay for the internet on the plane, but who wants to do that? That's a tip. But yeah, so I'll eventually talk about Nick's latest article. I got to read it first, but there's a sneak peek. It's linked to below. And Matt Odell also reminds us of the importance of, Bitcoin Bitcoin can't share your personal information. Alarming interactive flow chart showing all of the third parties PayPal shares data with. That is linked to below, okay? It's actually only the European version, so we don't even know what PayPal shares from North American people. But yeah, if you're dealing with PayPal in Europe, they're sharing your information with so many third parties. Just, hey man, there's your centralization over there if you want to deal with it. Yeah, PayPal's fast. Again, I mean, yeah. This is why people got into Bitcoin, people. All right. Yeah, my LA event is on Saturday. It's linked below. Check it out. Andy Hoffman also just tweeted out, hey, Lord Rothschild and Tyler Durden. Wait, no. He says, wait a second. Well, he curses at them. Well, he says, yeah, hey, Lord Rothschild and Tyler Durden for promoting, and for Tyler Durden for promoting this crap. Go F yourself and buy some Bitcoin if you are so worried. Apparently, I don't read. What is that? The Tyler Durden post. What's it called? I don't even know the name of this. It's got too many advertisements that pop up on it. Zero Hedge. Anyway, I don't read Zero Hedge because it is filled with a lot of nonsense. Andy still reads it for some reason. And they have some nonsense article talking about the, trying to blow out of proportion these mysterious Rothschilds, and I'm glad Andy said F you to people who try to promote that, even hint that there's some Rothschild world trillionaire conspiracy. Again, it's nonsense, and it is well, we know what a lot of people are just trying to say. The Jews are the problem for everything. It's a way of simplifying it for some people. Some people believe it, but it is nonsense. There is no mysterious Rothschild family that controls the whole globe. And if you believe it, well, whatever. You're living in a doom porn hole, and you're not very much in motion. You're not going to be too productive of a human being. So. But hey, it's personal responsibility. If you want to blame the Jews for everything, be my guest. And blame Andy and I. We're the cause of all your troubles. Okay, so and I very much, that is great that Andy called out such nonsense. I like that. I mean, Andy's a New Yorker, baby. So Josh Olzovitz, who's been on my show before, at what price do all the ICOs holding millions in Ethereum start liquidating? That's like a Gox creditor times a million. That is a good question, dude. And so a follow-up to that, Tour de Meester retweeted this. This is originally by Ran over in South Africa. Spent the morning, and Ran, I don't know everything that he says, how much is spent the morning with an ICO not to be named. They raised $30 million US with a solid roadmap. They raised when Ethereum was $1,200. They panicked and sold their remaining Ethereum last night. They have $4 million left. All right. So I mean that kind of goes with, like, these ICOs they're gonna panic sell their Ethereum if they just want to cash out and everything. But I read that specific one because Rand says they had a solid roadmap. A solid ICO, dude? Come on. There's no date. What the heck does that even mean, a solid roadmap? Roadmap is one of those buzzwords that you use to, just get people excited about nonsense so people spend their Bitcoin on buying ICOs, okay? No, it's a buzzword. Strong hand, people. There are no solid ICOs. It's ludicrous. And I know Ran is relatively new to the space. How about that? All right. He is. So what else do we have here? That's it. I'm out of here, man. Yeah, just come if you're in LA. I'll see you on Saturday. But tomorrow, guys, tune in here at 2 p.m. Eastern time, 11 a.m. in Los Angeles. This Week in Bitcoin. I'm Adam Meister, Bitcoin Meister, Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Check out the notes section below. And yeah, I see in chat, misinformation is there, and she is the person from Boise. It's good to see you in the chat. I'll say hi to you in a second. See you guys.